Alright, guys, my name is Daniel, and I'm going to play Fishing Planet. I'm drinking the soda. It's a Dr. Pepper. In America, we have this drink called Dr. Pepper. It's I think it's 7, 10, 12, I don't remember. Different flavors all combined, and it creates Dr. Pepper. Um, just Google it. It's made in Texas. I live in Texas. It's I enjoy it. There's a new one. Well, it was a original recipe that recently got relaunched. It's made with real sugar instead of corn syrup, and I've been enjoying it like crazy. Yeah, it gives me the energy I need to be able to concentrate and play these games for extended periods of times, or else it just gets boring. Well, it doesn't get boring, but you know the feeling when you just want to sit in the couch and play the game with your controller, or just sit here and play the game and look at the view and everything. So it gives me the energy to stream and stuff. Um, Yesterday I was exploring, talking about how nothing was biting and how it's becoming a pretty much not like it's becoming more of a MMO where you just learn the patterns of the bosses, and there's no variation to it, no exploration to it. It becomes basically uh, like a set path that you have to take. There's no deviation. If you deviate, you won't succeed. And I was proving it, like going over there to Middle Earth and how difficult it is to catch fish at certain areas. And you all saw how I was able to angle a whole keeper net of fish just by basically doing this over and over. And so it's a shame that there's so much water here, but there's no active fish, and that any normal fisherman in real life would, you know, explore the area differently, and how the game is working on hotspots and diminishing hotspots, and that it makes it so that when you want to make an engaging video, everybody's videos are basically duplicates of everybody else's. Everybody once one person discovers it, if you try to watch someone else do something different, you won't learn anything new. It doesn't become. There's nothing educational to it besides the initial experience, and everything else is just repeating what you've seen. And that's what's been dragging me down making these videos, because I don't want to just have my my character standing in one position doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and expecting uh, everybody to enjoy what's going on. So that's why I try to mix it up and show off different areas and try different techniques and do different things. But this Alaska is a temporary place, and it'll end up getting closed down tomorrow, I think, or the 15th. I'm not sure what date. I only have an advanced fishing license till tomorrow, and I don't think I can buy a new one. Now that I think about it, I should have bought one while I had a chance. I'll see if I can still buy one, but they were on discount. Let me actually go see if I can buy one right now when I reel this in all the way. They were half off, I think. So if you didn't know, you have to buy fishing licenses or you'll get fined. Okay, so yes, they're still discounted. I'm just gonna buy another week worth. It's fine. That's 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 like 4 fish. I can make that back in no time if the fishing is good. So I spent a lot of time exploring and trying to do other stuff than catching the actual fish just to prove a point. It's already 7, and I was hoping that I would be able to catch Chinook. I can see that the Chinook are iffy during cloudy weather. The coho were not. I was just tearing up cohos left and right yesterday. So if I'm gonna walk this little area, it's already getting late. If I don't catch fish every 1 or 2 casts, I'm definitely gonna walk to the end of the shore and fish that little area. It definitely looks like there's coho down there. I'll do it again, and we'll see if the coho bite is always going to be productive during cloudy weather. Um, Besides how the game is, where only little segments of the entire map actually produce a fish instead of fish being able to be caught at all places that there is water. The game is extremely variable depending on the weather and the time, and I'm not too sure, but I think there's a barometric pressure or something that was on the game. I don't know if the weather, if the temperature, or anything else affects it. I think I'm just making up the barometric pressure part, but I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm getting at. There's more variables than just the cloudy and the time um, that make the fish spawn at your lure. And so personally, I want to fish this area because I'm after this big guy right here, the Chinook. I haven't caught a unique so far since the patch, and before patch, I was able to catch a unique. I didn't catch them back to back to back, but I did catch uniques Chinook. So but as also the unique Chinook that was during daytime, I will take this trophy Chinook any time of the day, though, any day of the week. I will gladly put this big trophy Chinook salmon inside my keep net. No complaints about it. Love to catch me some trophy Chinook when I can get them. That's why I'm here. If I can't get them, then it makes. Oh, what's that? Pink salmon? Okay, hold on. Uh-oh. This a fighter. Alright. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can get this big guy in. He's ripping it. Come on, baby. Just be careful, like I'm saying. You can snap your line real easy. If you've never played the game before, when it's clicking, that means the drag is going off. Oh, man, look at the size of this sucker. Oh, my God. I can barely keep him. Barely. My size limit is 68, and what is that? 11.11 pounds. It would be too big for my keep net. So that was good. It's 7 o'clock. I caught that Chinook. This is probably the last line on the time bar, the fish chart that I was pointing out yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when you press escape from this screen, on the left side are fishing charts, and the higher the green is on the graph, the more likely it is that you will catch, uh, or this is it's actually blue or teal, cyan, whatever you want to call it, light blue. The higher it is, the more likely you are to catch a unique. So the neat thing about Alaska is that during daylight, from here to here, you have an extremely high likelihood of catching a unique. From here to here, the same, and as well as on cloudy, from here to here, which I'm thinking here to here is 7 to 9, and this is 5 to 7. Don't quote me on that. I don't have any proof. I'm just using conjecture. I'm thinking this is from 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 through 12, 12 through 5, 5 through 7, and then 7 to 9 again. Like I said, that's just pure conjecture from basic knowledge that I acquired from playing the game. There used to be more bars on that chart, and times were behind it, and I've already gotten accustomed to the way the time graph works in this game. So that's why I can give you that information, and it does make sense as I just hit 7. I'm about to hit 7:30. That fish did fight for a while. It fought pretty good, even though I caught it right next to the bank here. As a good fighter, it's so easy to break a line, so easy for that fish to get away. Um, that's why you need to keep your right but mouse button down, give the line tension, or you will lose him or her, or you will lose it, and that would be a bad thing. It is just 7:30 though, and I have a feeling that I could probably sneak in a unique coho before 9 o'clock hits, and it's going to be a pretty long walk. Um, Let me see if I can scoot over a little bit more and get a nicer angle towards that rock on the far side. If I don't catch anything in the next cast or the second cast, then I'll just consider this hotspot diminished. Like I said, once you nail 2 or 3 fish out of a spot, the likelihood goes down a lot, and that's probably even more true when it comes into reference to the king, because you will, well, because the king gives you the most experience, the most gold, and the game is just balanced so that you can't. Well, it makes it so that you just don't sit here and catch Chinook 24/7 back to back. Every single cast is Chinook. You have to move around, try a different area, and catch other fish. And that's what I'm trying to show you, how to do it on cloudy, how to catch the fish on a cloudy day. This crankbait, 8 feet, 4/0 green, working marvelous. I'm gonna move over to the far end of of this area. This is the cabin. I don't remember what the entire name is, but I was fishing at the second and third island for Chinook. Caught me a trophy Chinook, caught me a unique Chinook, and the bite has died. So I'm gonna come down here towards the far end. They buffed this area up. The cohos were biting yesterday. I'm hoping to land a unique coho before the day is over. I really do need some gold. I need to buy some monofilament string, and the highest poundage string costs gold, and I think it's about 100 and something gold just for 1,000 yard spool, which would be perfect for my needs because I have a bunch of rods that use that. I think this uses braid, which only costs coin. I would get the new floral that came out, but the only way to get that floral is to be level 23. or to buy the DLC. If anything, um, I was thinking about buying the DLC, and I should have bought it on the 1st of September. Completely forgot about it. Didn't think about making the video. Honestly, I didn't want to come back to Alaska. This place has been so dead, so poorly productive. For me, at least. I know there's other anglers who swear that Alaska was fine, um, knocking out uniques left and right, back to back. Then the chat was literally full of gold and green text, nonstop. I had no idea how they were doing it. I wasn't able to. This looks like another Chinook. Come on, baby. It looks like a nice one too. He's fighting. You can usually tell their size by how it fights. Like I said, I've already set my drag and everything perfect. I've kind of learned this rod in real combo pretty well. I really enjoy it. It is the sports heavy casting bundle or package. Um, I love it. It's almost meant just for me. The only thing I think I would switch out would probably be the braid to floral. But since this game doesn't treat the string too differently, I haven't really noticed poor bites. Usually, I'm always chunking out huge lures with this, so um, when you're chunking out 1 to 2 ounce lures, they get pretty big in size. So the last thing you're gonna be worried about is this teeny tiny string that a fish could see compared to like this enormous bulk of mass that's wiggling down the river, down in your waterway that you're fishing in. Also, the lure is a bright green, and as a person, you'd be like, wouldn't they be able to tell that's a bright green color? Wouldn't that look nasty? Like, fish don't have normally this vivid of green predators or prey in their ecosystems. But I'm thinking that I don't know how fish sees, and I don't think anybody has scientifically proven how a fish sees, but many believe that they see with like spectrum lighting or infrared, and so when they look at this green, um, instead of it being green, the lure kind of appears fluorescent or phosphorescent. I don't know what the word is. It kind of when have you ever seen a black light and you shined on something that shines like the color white or like for example here would be the color green, that it lets off like a light on itself, like it glows. That's what we are. Well, that's what I believe, and that's what a lot of other um, scientific people that try to tell anglers how fish react believe. And there's also the more common knowledge of lures is that fish just see like black objects in the water, and the color of your lure helps determine the depths that a fish can actually see the lure. So if you go onto Google, go onto Ask Jeeves or DuckDuckGo or whatever your search engine is, Yahoo, AIM, if you still use that stuff, that's old. AOL Online, if you don't know what that is. Um, and look at a color diffusion spectrum chart. It'll show you the wavelengths of colors and when they disappear. When they disappear, the farther you are away. In case you didn't know, the color red is the first color that stops becoming visible at a distance. And I've noticed that in reality, I've had a red light. Oh, yes, my first uni coho. Nice. I thought I could angle him out. It's 8 o'clock and the timer stops at 3, so I'm basically fishing like from here to here, right at the top of the chart. Um, Red is the shortest wavelength, I think, and blue is the longest wavelength, and the other colors lie in the middle. So to try it out, uh, anything that's like red, you can't see it after a certain distance, but you would be able to see the color blue, and that's why a lot of lures are the color red. That's why you have like red worms, and they tell you to use green pumpkin with red flake in there so that the red can sparkle. Um, that's why a lot of crawfish color lures work really well. Um, a lot of silver and blue works really good, and they'll add like the red specks on them for blood effect. Um, the the blue ones, you can see that a lot of like crankbaits are blue, or a lot of rattle traps. In America, we have these lures called rattle traps, and they will they are like crankbaits or wobblers, as I guess the British call them. They are like wobblers, but instead of being chubby, they're slim, and instead of having a lip on them, they don't. So you could probably call them lipless wobblers, lipless crankbaits. Yeah, I think that's what the name is. Lipless crankbaits. They're slimmer and they have BBs inside that make noise, and then when you reel them in, there's an angle on the tip of it that makes it swim with the tip going down, and it shakes all over the place and makes a crazy sound. Um, People have fished them like a spoon, where they'll find a school of fish, they'll cast it across the school of fish, they'll let it sink, and then they'll rip it up like you would rip a spoon. If you don't know what ripping means, um, it's where you let it fall all the way down, and then you basically do this. You basically just go up really fast and really like fast. Like that was kind of slow. You would just move the rod tip up really fast, and the spoon will um, shimmy all over the place. And once it starts falling, um, it creates the illusion of like a shad that's falling, or a minnow that's falling, or a bait fish that's falling. And when fish see that, they react instinctively and attack it. So the rattle trap, you can fish it the same, or the lipless crank, you can fish it the same. You can let it go down to a certain depth, and then when you rip it, it'll shimmy constantly and it'll shake the BBs. And since it's the shape of a shad, it already has that natural look and presentation of a bait fish. So not only will you get the bite when it's shimmying uh, down when it's falling, but you will get the bite when it's at the pause. And a lot of times, if you do it during high feeding times, then when the when the when the rattle trap is going down, the fish will just hit it and they'll attack it like they're trying to kill it. And you can stab a fish in its sides and stuff, and hook them that way. Some places it's illegal. I know I think some tournaments they won't even allow it. Some tournaments do allow it. I don't tournament fish. I don't have a boat. I do bank angling, and I know there's a local bank tournament around here, but I don't go participate in them. I mean, I might do it eventually, but I don't have much experience in a lot of the lakes around here. I go to a state park and I fish that, and I'll catch me my fish with minnows or spinner baits, with red lizards, worms, not worms like, well, I fish with real worms, but I mean the worms like plastic worms. Um, Here where I live, we have this thing called Texas rig. I don't know a lot if it's popular in a lot of areas. I think I just went over my keep net. So cloudy looks productive. Oh, that's my bull trout from yesterday that I was complaining about. It's taking forever to catch. Guess I'll drop this Dolly Varden off. Send him back on his merry little way. Alright, and let's fast forward to the next day. It's going to be another cloudy day. I'm hoping the weather change occurs. Yes, I do want to stay here. Um, I'm not going to leave until my string, or until I just can't stay here any longer. They seem to have fixed it, and I'm enjoying the fishing here. It seems active. It seems good. It kind of seems well, at least right now, and at least that I've discovered it, I'm enjoying it. So this is all that I was able to catch. Last night I caught a bull trout. I was talking about how odd it is that the game uses tiny niche areas for uniques to spawn. I wish they would get out of that habit. I wish they would allow more players to enjoy it. Um, the shum salmon were in different areas. That means that the game is a little bit more spread. These trophy chinooks are all what I caught today. You saw me angle this unique salmon in today. And I mean, the unique king and the unique coho we just got. Um, they gave me 20 gold and 62 gold. I'm more worried about XP. I don't have premium though. I should pay for it, but whatever. Let me see. Extend for 1 day is only $2. For 3 day, 7 day. All right. So I mean, for 30 days is 14 bucks, right? Um, let's see. Let's alt tab real quick. Let's come over here to find more DLC. Let's see what. So the anniversary is $14.99. It also gives you the best rod and reel. Well, the highest level one, and it comes with 7 day premium. So 7 day premium was what? Oh, but $14, man. I don't want to spend it right now. I want to wait. 7 day premium is $8. So for $5 more, you get the DLC and you get some gold, and you'll get what's it called? Cash. Oh, why didn't I just teleport? I'm just gonna teleport all the way over here. It's a long walk to do. So yeah, I'm teleporting over here. It's still cloudy, wretched day, wretched weather. Um, let's come over here and just repeat what we just did. I'm gonna try a little something different though. I found out where northern pike are, and so I'm gonna see if I can catch a northern pike. They're at the, I think they're all the way over here. They're at this area. This is the area where I'm fishing for the Chinooks, right? So if you take a left, you'll notice that you can walk in this water, but if you walk in the water and you take a right, it ends right here, right? And so you can't walk over here, and this entire puddle right here is full of northern pike. So and you can't cross this area, so that's deep. I haven't caught a single northern pike on this map. So what I want to do is I have a bobber set up over here that I use to catch um, the pink salmon, and I'm gonna switch over to 2-aught hook and come down here. I think I have small minnows. Yep. So let's do 6. So I can switch lines. I'm not too sure, so let's just waste some time. Let's go ahead and I already explained to you that you have to fast forward or you won't catch anything. You have to fish it. You have to fish it during peak times. There's no, oh, I'll just fish and wait until until that time. I'll spend my entire hours and hours fishing here waiting for that fish to appear. It won't happen. It just don't happen. And I don't want you guys to waste your time like I have. I've wasted hours of my life trying to fish during not peak hours, and it's a waste. Literally just wasting time, just patty caking it with fish that aren't going to give you any kind of experience. Oh, oh, got something. Let's see what this is. Is that a pink salmon? It's a tiny little fish. Oh, look at that. Northern pike, just like I said. Nice. Alright, so they're biting. So you can catch northern pike during cloudy weather. Alright. So now that I know the northern pike are just biting right there, right? Next natural instinct to do is go all the way to a 4-aught hook and switch to shiners and up the size so I can get a bigger pike. Or try a lure. I mean, I'll do a lures here in a minute. I just know that you can catch what uniques and trophies with shiners, I believe. I forgot what lure I was using to catch the pike in Michigan because I was trying to farm Michigan, but man, it was so dull just sitting at one area, casting across the river or casting across the lake all the way to the other, and it was a pain. Let me tell you, it was disheartening because the game has like a render limit, and once the fish swims to a certain length, it would automatically break my line. So I would be fighting a fish for hours and hours and hours, and the line would break at the end after well, not for hours, but I was fishing it for at least 20 minutes of straight fighting a pike back and forth. Well, I'm not getting anything. I don't know if the pike are biting. I'll be right back. Okay, okay. I'm paying attention. Oh my! Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was such a quick bite. Oh my goodness. Let's do it again. Oh, I have to leave. Um, I will be back in maybe 30 minutes or so, and we'll try to see if we can catch us at least a trophy pike or a normal sized pike. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back as soon as I can. All right, bye.